But my gosh, have we been waiting for this and excited for this to go live out to spring training in Arizona and hang out for a bit with the opening day starter for the San Francisco Giants, Logan Webb, joining us here on 95.7 The Game. Hey, Logan, how you doing?
I'm doing good. Thanks for having me on, guys.
Yeah, we're so excited about it, and don't you worry. We saw you on the big board at the Raider-Niner game on New Year's Day, and you're a huge Kings fan, and we're going to get to all of that. But let's talk a little Giants baseball first, and I'm really interested in how you see your leadership role this year, and how did that sort of affect your World Baseball Classic decision?
Yeah, I think a lot of conversations that I had with Cap and Andrew Bailey and a bunch of guys are just about it's hard because I'm still a younger guy, so I don't want to I can't step on any toes or anything, but like really trying to just if we want to change some of the stuff we're doing around here, like being a part of that. And I thought it was important to be here. We got a lot of new faces in here and a lot of great dudes, and I just want to be a part of that. And I wanted to see it in spring and be around the younger guys that we'll probably have come up later this year, and be as much of help as I can for them as well.
And that's great, and I'm sure Giants fans appreciate it. But are you going through any degree of FOMO, fear of missing out, knowing that the USA takes on Venezuela in the quarters tomorrow?
Yes. So when they came to play here at Scottsdale Stadium, I did have a lot of that. I saw them all in the field taking BP. I was watching the game, and I was like, man, that would have been cool to play with those guys and wear that uniform. But I just think at the end of the day, I wanted to be here with the guys and with the team, and I don't really regret the decision. Hopefully I have many. I play as long as I can play, and have maybe some other times where I have the opportunity to play.
Logan was just thinking in the two questions that you've answered so far, if this were a baseball game, you would have had to throw like 13 pitches. So, what's your reaction to this pitch clock? How's it going for you?
It's been good. I feel like I already kind of pitched with a little bit of pace. I'm trying to, I'm trying to get ground balls. I'm trying to get up there as fast as I can and make them uncomfortable. So it wasn't too much of a change. It's the thought of having a clock on you. I would say you just know that there's one, and you kind of see it, right? So then you're looking at that instead of focusing on the battle at hand, the mano-a-mano, batter versus hitter or batter versus pitcher, and that can take away from it a little bit. But I think the more you do it, the more you just get comfortable with it. It's not, I wouldn't say it was my favorite at first, but honestly, after there's been some WBC games that are like 5 hours long, so sometimes you do need to pick it up a little bit.
Have you thought about the gamesmanship part of it at all, in terms of being in control of the clock and maybe waiting until there's 3 or 2 seconds left and throwing a pitch or throwing it earlier in the clock? Have you thought about the strategic advantage maybe as a pitcher with the pitch clock?
Yeah. I've seen a lot of guys. I've seen some guys do it. I've thought about how I could kind of take advantage. We're talking about maybe holding it or going maybe a little bit faster. But I mean, at the end of the day, I just want to have quality pitches, and I feel like if I'm worried about that sort of thing, I might not get that. So we'll see. I'm still messing around with it, but I'll probably be the most boring guy you'll see. I'll probably the same pace every time.
Logan Webb is with us here on 95.7 The Game. Logan, you mentioned it. A lot of new guys this year. It's no secret by now the offseason was topsy-turvy and had some surprises and disappointments. But now that you have your roster and you guys have been around each other for this spring, what are you expecting from your team this year?
Yeah, we have a lot of guys that are just grinders. A lot of really good baseball players that have had really, really, really good seasons. And, that might have been hurt the year before or maybe had a down year. And I think we're excited to just, come out and kind of prove people wrong. And, talking about it, I don't think we're as far off as we maybe thought we were. I think we won 107, right, in 21, and last year was just, I think it was more just some other things that played into it. You lose some guys, and had some injuries last year, and we just got to get back to playing just good baseball and doing the little things right. I think sometimes we got away from that last year, and maybe a little complacent, but I'm excited. The guys are excited. I know we got some little nagging stuff for some of the guys right now, but I think everyone's going to be healthy, come March 30th. So I'm excited. We got a great group of guys. There's some hitters that I think are just going to have monster years and finally healthy again, and Conforto and Haniger and some of those guys. So I'm excited. It's going to be awesome.
Yeah, March 30th. I don't know if you're busy that day. I don't know if you have any plans, but I believe it's Giants at Yankees. Have you thought about the magnanimity or the actual size of what's ahead with the season opener at Yankee Stadium against Aaron Judge and company?
Yeah. It's Yankee Stadium. I was actually lucky enough the old stadium got, it was the last year I was there playing in a Little League tournament at Cooperstown. So me and my family went to go see that old stadium, and I don't know when that was, in June or July. It was just some random game, but just being there was something special. You just kind of feel it in the air, and I'm excited to see the new stadium. And it's going to be got a shit ton of family coming and guys and some friends. So there's going to be a lot of Webbs there to maybe have my back when the Yankee fans are yelling at me.
I love it. And then you'll dot Aaron Judge so that you can let him know how disappointed we all are, right?
Wait, what? What'd you say?
You'll throw one at Aaron.
Do it for me, Logan.
Right? For the Giants fans, you're throwing a little high and tight to Judge, right?
No, I will not.
All right.
Let him know, Logan, how we all feel spurned.
No,
I know.
Look, I was as sad as anybody else when he didn't sign with us, but he's a great dude, and happy for him that he got that that big contract there.
Let us know if you find Arson Judge out there. We're still waiting on him. But Logan Webb with us here, 95.7 The Game. Hey, will you take us through what it was like for you when they showed you up on the big board there in Las Vegas, 49er Raider game, and everyone kind of got excited like there's Logan Webb, and then you got the Raider logo going, and the cheers kind of turned to some boos and jeers. And what was that like for you?
Yeah. So I purposely didn't wear a Raiders jersey that day just because I didn't want to, I didn't want it to be too much, right? I do have I know the Niners fans don't like that I am a Raiders fan, so but I did have the hat on, and just in the moment, Raiders fans probably weren't cheering for me as much. They're fans of some other teams. But, I was just in the moment. I kind of pointed at my hat, and then all of a sudden all the Raiders fans got up there. Yeah, let's go. So it was fun. That was funny interacting with fans. And I'm sorry that, that's the team I grew up with.
Yeah, you don't have to apologize. Actually, Mark and I were talking yesterday about how great it is that you are authentic, because we all want each other to be authentic human beings. And Mark was telling me you're a Sacramento Kings fan, which is great. Mark seems to think the Kings are adorable. What would you say to that if somebody would call your Kings this year adorable?
I don't necessarily know what that means.
Well,
I guess
I can explain a little bit. What I mean is by this, and yes, I'm poking a little bit from a Warrior fan perspective. I think the Kings are very, very good this year, but they also have this youthful exuberance, and the fan base seems so shocked and so excited that they're heading to the playoffs. The whole story to me just it's cute. The whole thing is just kind of adorable. I'll be honest with you. I don't expect them to go very far in the playoffs. I may well be wrong, but there's a vibe that's so like minor league about the whole thing because it's been so long, Logan.
Ooh. Ooh. I'm not too much of a fan of that.
Yeah. No, I think we had a feeling you might not be.
So one thing I will say is Hunter Pence told me this a couple years ago. He goes, the teams that win usually win with grace, right? The Warriors are very much like that. The Kings are like that, right? They don't have, yes, they have that usefulness, but they're not, out there acting like jackasses or think that, they do things right. They score, and then they're going to score a little bit more. So it's fun to watch, and I think I don't think it's adorable. I think they're just pretty damn good.
Thank you.
I get it. No, listen. I agree with you as far as them being classy, doing it the right way. Big Mike Brown fan, big De'Aaron Fox fan, and we'll see. We'll see if they're serious contenders. I'll be proven wrong. Logan, we can't let you go though without first of all Garoppolo. Come on, what do you think?
Yeah, I'm super excited. He's a proven winner. He wins a lot, and just hopefully he can stay healthy. I think when he's healthy and doing his thing, I think McDaniels will have a good system for him, and I'm excited to see that connection again. I think them two together will be pretty good. So I'm excited. I do, I'm hoping they go after some defense here soon, but
yep.
We'll see. I'm excited to have, I'm not part of the team, but I'm excited to watch Jimmy in the next couple years, hopefully longer than that if he does really well, and I'm hoping for that.
We love that a big-time professional athlete who has a lot of fans here in this town is also just like a big-time fan, like the rest of us are.
With the Wii.
That's why I think,
exactly.
That's why I think you're so relatable, Logan, which, by the way, is why we'd love to have a little fun with you on the way out the door with something we call the Big Finish, with some fun questions about you. You got a couple more minutes for us here?
Of course.
All right, Big Finish. Logan Webb, here we go.
Man, very regal.
Very regal.
Very regal.
He is the opening day starter.
Yes, he is.
So Logan, two categories. You just pick one. Do you want to do fun with food or spring is in the air?
Let's go spring is in the air.
Spring is in the air.
Okay.
When you buy your wife flowers, what flowers do you usually get?
Roses.
Every time.
Red, white. What are we going with? Just your classic dozen of reds?
Yeah. I go to the store. I pick out the one I like the most. I think that she'll like the most. She's honestly not a huge fan of flowers. She doesn't like them, but I got to do them every time. Just because that's just the right thing to do,
Yeah, strong, and not just for Valentine's, right? But any other time that it strikes your fancy as well.
Exactly.
That's a good move, actually.
After a long road trip, I would think.
Seriously, after you're gone for 10 games in 3 cities, right. Boom, it's roses. Question number 2 for you, Logan. What's your favorite outdoor activity?
Golf.
We were just hoping you wouldn't say baseball, so I'm glad you said golf.
You any good at golf?
No. I am a 12 handicap. I shoot anywhere from 85 to 100. I get the shanks quite often.
Yeah.
But I have a good time out there. I think that's the main thing.
I thought baseball pitchers are supposed to be really good at golf.
Exactly. What's the deal?
Remember those Braves guys like Maddox and Glavine used to go out there and fire 72.
Different times.
Yeah, I guess so.
No, and we love you even more knowing that you're one of us, that you're not great at golf. It makes me, want to be a bigger fan of yours.
Now we're going to have to, you may have answered this last question with your previous answer, so we have to take golf off the board. So other than golf, what has been your number one other way to pass the time in Arizona when you're not pitching?
There's like what I do, or is it, I'm like people
just
what
like
to do?
the last 3 weeks. What the heck you been doing with yourself?
When you're not golfing and shooting up 100 in Arizona.
I've had honestly, I every year I got a good group of family and friends that come into town, and there's so many good restaurants and bars and just places to hang out, and I just like hanging out with them. And there's it can be a lot sometimes, but I love it. I love the support I have, and just hanging out with them, and it's beautiful out here. There's so much to do. The hikes are great, even though I'm not a big fan of hiking. But I don't think you can beat this weather. We had not great weather a couple of days ago, but other than that, 70, it's sunny, it's great.
I'm sure
must
you
be
know.
Nice.
Not been 70 and sunny here where you pitch normally, but
I've seen.
No joke.
Bring your jacket home.
So listen, Logan, give me the over under. I will apologize for my comments about the Kings if they make the Western Conference Finals. We'll have you back on, and I apologize. Or what is the over under for how far they go?
Yes, if they do make the Western Conference Finals.
Okay.
We'll do that.
Okay, perfect.
Perfect,
But if not, then it was a cute season. Am I right?
Come
no,
on.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Adorable is yeah.
I saw they played the Bucks a couple games ago, and Giannis, honestly, I really liked his comments. He said this is a great team, but he did say they're going to be great for a while. Not cute, but great for a while. And it takes time. Like you don't just show up and win in the playoffs with those guys. And,
exactly.
They could face the Warriors, which obviously you got 4 rings with those guys, and so there's always tough tests, but we'll see. I mean, I think it does take time, right? You can't just. It's hard to do it just every year.
Continuity is huge in the NBA. No doubt about it. Yeah, I feel you totally on that one. Logan, you're such a good sport. Thank you so much for doing it. Go get him in New York, and we'll talk to you again soon.
All right, sounds good, guys. Thanks for having me.
All right, there he is.
Thanks,
Good
Logan.
dude. That's Logan Webb, who now doesn't like me. So that was fun.
Well, and that had to come out.
Thanks for putting me on blast.
Well,